Hey guys, welcome back, and it is time for another episode of Cells at Work Black. So apologies, this episode was coming out a little bit late. I had a rather busy weekend, but it is what it is, right? Anyways, to get into this episode, at the end of last episode, I mentioned how they are really changing the order of some things. They're basically jumping around from the manga version. Some things that should have happened earlier hasn't happened yet. Some things that should have happened later has already happened. This episode is a perfect example of that. We went actually further on into the series, and now they're suddenly bringing it back, jumping it back to an earlier point in the manga, and choosing to develop along that way. I still don't know what exactly their big plan is for this particular adaptation and why they are diverging so much from the manga, but I guess we can just continue to look on for now. So let's get right into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh noes, where are they? Oh, right. Of course, a low white blood cell count can mean lots of things. Sometimes even some very, very dangerous and fatal things. But, well, let's see. Let's see about this, right? Episode 9, so this is like, what, 4 more episodes? So after this particular thing, maybe one last arc at the ending. I'm still really curious, like, how they are going to end this season. I don't even know if there's going to be a second season, right? But, well, I had some discussions, like some of you guys have also already read the manga as well, and they might be saving like one of the very important developments into and putting it into the end of the season. I think that's actually very possible, considering the amount of episodes left and whatnot. That would certainly work as a pretty interesting concept for the finale of this, but definitely makes it hit differently. I feel. Athlete's foot. And a generation lasts about, like, what, 1 month? 3 months? I believe that's the life expectancy of a red blood cell. Morning wood! Oh, okay. They honestly look super creepy. Like, out of all the enemies in Black, I feel like this design is, to me, it's the worst. Like, literally all of the other kinds of enemies and whatnot, some look cool, some look badass, and whatnot. These just look downright creepy and disgusting. Ugh, I hate them. Yep. No spurn. Yes, the body condition is really not good. Oh, I. Dwindled numbers. And that means there's an opening. Oh, it's Shinjinkan. Huh. And showing up at this point. Wow, that's certainly a big chance. Big change, big change. Kohai-kun. Huh. This is how they're going to make this? Oh, and his friend is feeling jealous here. Although, I do wonder if this is how the world lines will converge. Like what actually happens in the manga. Gotta protect that with your life. Yeah, it has no. I don't think that's a good way to go about things, though. Huh. But like I said, this is completely uncharted territory for me because this did not happen in a manga at all. One more. You can't really, yeah. 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 Well, that's no excuse, though. You still need to let him do it. It's not even hazing or anything. You need to be responsible. It's your foot. Eek. Hey. Yeah, those things are really gross. Eesh. Look at them. Like, they are so disgusting. And, because of those holes, if you have, like, trypophobia, or whatever that's called, this is definitely not going to be pleasant. Yeah, but strength through power. Strength through numbers, though. And of course, it's these two. E. E. I agree. Like, of course, some outside influence. Whenever something happens with the command center doesn't know what's happening, you can probably guess that it's from outside. Ew. Eesh. I'm sorry, they still look absolutely disgusting. They need to travel throughout the entire body. Work, work, work. It's teaching him how to slack off. suffering. It's sort of like a parallel to what's happening to the body as well, right? Overcompensating, overcompensating, overcompensating. Eventually, everything just falls apart. They'll definitely, let's just say that this dude slacks off a little bit more than probably is healthy. Yeah, middle ground. All right, see you guys after this. Okay, so interesting little episode here, and once again, because they changed the order of events around, so there's actually a lot of changes within this episode's premise as well. Like the main enemy, the main problem, if you will, the main drama point is still the same. We got those very disgusting footworms or ring tapes or ringworms or whatever they're supposed to be called, and I still maintain that they are the creepiest enemy I've seen to date in Cells at Work Black. Even just even everything else, no, these guys are definitely the creepiest. Um, and then also that entire part about overworking, stress, and so on and so forth. That's still the same, right? But there's a lot of differences. For instance, the rookies here, the Kohai, they definitely did not originally they did not originally come onto the scene within this particular chapter, this particular episode, and so there's a lot of different events here as well. I don't think yeah, no. They definitely never looked up to him as like a hero or like an idol or something like that. He was just a simple senpai to them basically. But I'm not gonna get in too much into that because that does concern with spoilers as to how they fundamentally change a lot of things. But the basic plot points are still the same, and ending with the friend of Red Blood Cell taking him off, allowing him to slack off and saying, "Hey, look, dude, chill out for a bit. It's gonna be all right. You don't need to overwork and overstress yourself and whatnot." Now, to be fair, I do kind of get what he's saying, but even back when I was reading the manga, I thought that maybe he could have had a better choice of words, like saying that, hey, if you slack off, the body is still going to continue living fine. It's not fine, right? We can clearly already see that the body is in shambles already. I think maybe a better way to go about this would be to instead say, hey, because you're really important and you're an example for us all and whatnot, you got to take better care of yourself because think if the morale hit or whatnot, if you were to fall or something like that. I feel like that kind of transition would make this a lot more logical, and especially since they already set up this episode in a way where we can clearly see the Kohai there, the rookies, they're looking up to him and whatnot. I feel like using this sort of excuse to try and convince Red Blood Cell to take a break once in a while would be I don't know. To me, it would just feel more logical rather than saying, no, mine. See, the body is doing fine even without you, right? Although technically that is true, right? Like one blood cell is definitely not enough to completely change the course of a body, right? It's inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but still, I don't know. I just feel like it's really kind of weird in a way that that's the point that the friend was trying to make here. But in any case, we can clearly see the body getting really, really worse, more and more worse as time goes on. And I think I've had some people telling me, we had some discussions, in fact, in the comments as well, about how this particular season of Cells at Work Black is going to end. So, as I was saying within the episode, they very might well have moved what was supposed to happen in the middle to the very end here, and that's why we have all these sort of chapter changes and event changes within, in terms of when they actually happened and appeared and whatnot. So if that were the case, then I would actually say we're probably going to end this particular season on a high note. just putting some things out there, and that would potentially be because they're not sure if they're going to make a second season or not, right? So ending it on a high note probably would make a lot of sense. And considering that, how many episodes does Black have? 11? Is it 11 or 12? I mean, we are near the end here, right? So yeah, I think what's going to come up next is the grand finale, either the next episode or the episode after that, the certain arc, right? Because it is a pretty critical moment within the series. So I do think that that's what's going to come up in the future, and obviously it has a lot to do with the current condition of the body. So, in any case, that's it for this episode. Interesting development. I guess, in a way that I can say it's better is that because it's completely new, right? So for someone like me and for many others as well who have already read the manga, we can still be kept on our toes, not really know how they are going to play the situation out. Although, looking at it up to now, it seems that all the end results have been the same, regardless of some differences within the events or how the order in which they happen or the people they meet or whatnot. The end result still ends up the same. So, I guess, technically, in the overall scheme of things, it doesn't change anything, but, oh well, at least it keeps things fresh to a certain extent. Anyways, that's it for episode 9, thank you guys, I'll see you guys next time, bye bye.